Real talk. Topics at the move, real ones. Talk about this, talk about that, show love. If you want them good vibes, show up. Real talk will really be. Real talk will really be.
What's up, y'all? I am Relly B, and this is Real Talk with Relly. Today, I have June Shelton. So first of all, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you?
I'm June Shelton. I am a actor, writer, of all things, writer of music, writer of scripts, movies, short films, whatever you want to do, I'd probably do it.
You're doing a lot.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Okay, so how did you get into acting?
Oh man, I was in college and I like my grades was like at that time, that freshman year, my grades was like terrible.
Everybody
so
was.
like man, like I was going nuts, and they was like, well, you on probation or whatever, and so I had to go back home for like.
Not they sent you home.
They sent my black butt home, and I was like, man, you got to go home, and so I went home, and I was like. I'm not working. I'm not in school no more. So I'm chilling at home and I'm like watching YouTube and stuff. And I'm seeing all these like content creators at the time. Like this was back in like 2010, 11.
So YouTube, when it was popping, but it ain't like it is now.
No, like YouTube, if anything, was more popping back then.
Really?
Yeah, like that's where everybody, there was no Instagram. Everything was was YouTube. So I was watching them and I was like, oh, this is fire. Mm-hmm. So I started like slowly like making videos and started writing my own stuff. And I just got into acting. Like, yeah. It's crazy.
So tell me about the first time you said, let me go audition for a movie or
the first time was December 2011. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've been doing this a minute for real.
Yeah, December 2011 was the first time. Mm-hmm. And man, I just knew I was cold. I just knew I was like, man, I'm about to get up in here. I'm about to be famous in like 6 months. Nah, it didn't happen like that. And it was terrible. And like everybody thinks that acting is like, oh, I got to be the loudest person in the room and I got to do it exactly like this person did it on TV. Because oftentimes when we audition, we use the same scene from a movie that we saw.
That was
and it's just like.
I was doing that for a while. I was using the same scene every time I go do. I was getting it though. I was getting it, so it was like whatever. This is working for me.
See, and I learned now. I wouldn't like if I have to do a monologue. I'll never do it from a movie that everybody's seen.
Okay.
Because they're gonna always like they're not really watching you at this point. They're comparing what you do because everybody's gonna do Training Day, and I don't care who you are. You're not gonna do it better than Denzel because that is permanently in their head. So. I just had to get out of that, and I was like, started getting better. I started taking classes, and I started actually studying it, and yeah, I'm a lot better now. A lot better now.
So tell me about the first time you saw yourself on a movie screen.
Oh man, probably the first time I ever got booked for something, was 2012. Was the first time I got booked for something. It was like this short film. And I was like, man, this is dope. I was like, I'm actually watching myself on screen right now, and they edit and everything. I'm like, oh, this is fire. I could do this forever. Okay. And it was like, this is like a crazy experience because I had never seen nothing like that before. So, yeah.
That's how I felt when I first did my first episode, and then I went back and watched it on YouTube.
He was like, oh, I'm that one.
I was like, oh,
Flips hair.
It's giving Ellen. I was going to say Wendy, but it was giving more like Ellen or something. Like
I like Ellen's show better anyway, so yeah.
You say Wendy. Okay, so can we play a little clip? I just got a small clip I stole off your page.
Absolutely.
So the people can see how you be acting, okay?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Second chance. At what? You being a father to me? Because I don't know if you noticed, Henry, but it's a little too late for that.
No, I know I messed up. I didn't have a dad, so I didn't know how to repair that part of me. I did things wrong. I know that.
You never showed up to any of my games, birthday parties. You name it, you missed it. You never called. You never wrote. Even when you showed up on Christmas, you showed up with a bottle of whiskey and left right after.
Okay, so that's you.
Man, that's crazy. It's crazy hearing yourself. That's crazy.
So, what is the hardest role you ever had to play?
The hardest role, probably. I just did this movie, Cutthroat, last year, so it premiered in November. Where it's like I have to play a 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't been 17 in years.
I was just about to say,
So,
you just told me you was old.
Yeah, I'm about to be 32. I ain't been 17 in years.
Mm-hmm.
So that was hard. And it's like my co-stars was like, the youngest was like 19.
Oh, okay.
And
So
and the oldest one was like 20, 21.
And then it's you.
So I'm like, bro, how am I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, can I even pull this off? But yeah, I would say that was the hardest, because you like, man, like with the things that I would do now and the way that I talk and, you know, our demeanor now as 30-year-old people, bro, 17, I'm like, I wouldn't say this, but you know, yeah. So that was probably the hardest for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I get it. What is your favorite type of role to play, though? Are we like more serious?
Nah.
You seem like you real
comedy.
funny.
Comedy
Okay.
is my favorite. Like honestly, if I could do like romantic comedies, that would be it. Like that would be
Really?
that comedy is my bag for sure. For sure, because that's what I started off doing was comedy, and I started doing stand up and all that. So that was always my lane.
So how did it feel when you had to be more serious in a role? Was it hard?
I wouldn't say it was hard. Like it's just different. It's not really hard. Once you get the script and you break it down and everything, it's not hard. It's just different.
I feel like when I act, it's probably one type of role I can play. It'd be like, that's it. I'm real goofy, or I could be real mean. But like something that's like a little out of my character, be like,
you was good. We had a whole audition together. You was good. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Okay, we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. You ain't gonna talk about it.
Have y'all ever like practiced so hard for something? One thing about me is I don't practice.
Okay,
I write questions for interviews. Like my boyfriend be on my head. It'd be 30 minutes before the talk show. I don't practice nothing. I practiced and got in there and was forgetting the stuff. I'm like, this is why I don't practice.
Was it me?
No.
Okay.
Y'all probably threw me off too, because I walked in and they was like, you got a talk show. We need to be on there. And I'm like, and then they like, okay, time to act. Like we was just, so y'all probably threw me off a little bit too, but
I thought
acting
you did
ain't
good.
as easy as y'all be making it seem.
I thought you did good. For real. I wouldn't even play with you. If I thought it was bad, I'd be like, you should probably stick to the talk show. Like, I wouldn't even do you like that. You good.
I definitely could do better.
We could all do better. I could
Definitely could do better. But like I said, I'm a person who I don't prep, I don't practice, I dance. I'm going to learn the choreography 30 minutes before and then go perform it. Like I've been knowing it. Like
you can't do that with acting, man.
And that's what I was like. I actually went over the stuff though, and I don't do that.
You gotta like with scripts and stuff like that. You gotta put days in, like
and
hours and days.
I was doing that, and that's what messed me up. Everybody wired different.
Yeah.
Everybody is wired different, because I knew it. Then got in the car like, I know these lines. What is wrong with me? Like,
yeah, it's different.
You have to prep. So how do you prep before an audition or a movie or
before?
filming?
Yeah, so like once I get the script, I'm like breaking down. I read the entire script from start to finish, because I got to figure out what's your relation to every other character. Like I don't just read my lines. I got to know everybody else's lines, because I have to know how these characters relate to each other.
Ooh.
So then you got that. Then memorizing the lines is like the easy part. You got to have the character breakdown. Why are they doing this? You got to create a lot of actors. What we do is we create a backstory for the character that's not even in the script. So like if the movie start off like, oh yeah, like they are being raised by a single mom. Even if the story doesn't tell what happened to the dad, create a backstory. Why does he have a single mom?
Okay,
His dad is in jail. You know what I'm saying? His dad was in jail since he was a kid. He's doing life. That's why. So you have to create your whys. And that's the difference.
I worked under Thomas from Moolah Films, honey.
Know your why.
Know your why. Know your why. Know your why. And it's like, if you don't know it,
you have to develop that. That's important. And then all of that stuff helps you, develop your character. That's why everybody develops their character different. So when I go do a role, it'll look one way. And if Kamal does it, it's going to look too different, because the whys are different. His backstory may be different from mine. So, yeah.
And broke it down for the people.
Yeah, it's different.
And actors need to tune in.
It's not for the faint of heart, man. I feel like everybody want to be an actor right now, because it's like rapping back in the day. Like, it's like the cool thing because it's all these premieres.
Everybody on Tubi.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be in a movie.
And it's not easy. Tell them about like your first time, not really your first time shooting, just shooting movies, period. That's time.
Man, I didn't realize how time consuming it actually was. Like, it's to the point where you'll be on set for 12 hours and everything is a lot of sit and wait. So you may do one scene and then you got to wait around 4 or 5 hours to your next scene and another 2-hour wait until your next scene. So it's like,
don't have kids and
if you got to film that day, don't plan nothing else for that whole day because you're going to be on set.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
I went to do an extra. This was like 2 years ago. I was on set like,
yeah.
I didn't call it off for work.
8 hours.
Okay, I'm about to go knock this out. They said call time 9 o'clock. I'll be done by 12.
Nah.
I was like, is this what they be doing?
Yeah.
Don't let me have a main role. Oh.
Yeah. Because you got rehearsals, you got table reads, it's so much that goes into this, man.
And y'all make it look easy.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say y'all because you advanced. You the top. You up there.
Man, I
y'all
appreciate
make it
that.
look real easy because baby, I was in there like, and my brother wants to act. So I just told him the same thing. He like, how do I get a part of this extra stuff? I'm like, they post. You gotta go to go to the extra roles. You gotta go to audition. He got a whole family. He got 3 kids. I said, listen.
Hey,
You're not going in and you're leaving.
It's actors out here that got whole families, married, kids, all of that. Got whole businesses or jobs and everything.
You can leave, but he ain't about to say I sent him and then he left.
Like, yeah.
Relly B, my sister, she told me to come.
Don't ruin my name out here in these streets.
I've been here 2 hours. It's time to go. So it ain't for the week. So would you ever, or have you ever, did a sex scene?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I have.
That's just one thing I feel like I can't do.
It's not what people think it is.
And I know that it's awkward, probably all the lights.
It's very awkward.
But it's just like.
So like I had a few like almost sex scenes where like they almost had sex in it, but they stopped because they get caught up or something like that. Like somebody knock on the door or something like that. But I've had one actual sex scene and it wasn't what people think. What people like? Oh, it's gonna be lit. Nah,
was you naked?
Nah.
I know they supposed to put a thing on. How do y'all be looking real naked?
Actually, I had on shorts. Like I had on like basketball shorts.
Okay, but you can't really tell.
Yeah, you can't really tell because the sheets is up or whatever. And she had on like she actually had on sweatpants. You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. Like it was done so professionally. It's really like a lot of, all right, do this. All right, cut. Now switch this angle, do this. And it's like 30 people in the room. Like it's like, and it was our first time meeting too. So I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm John.
Not y'all went in the bed. It was a one night stand. That's what it was giving.
But we were laughing in between the takes, so it's like it felt a lot more comfortable. You know what I mean? So it was cool. It was cool.
No, y'all.
She like I can't do it. I can't do no thing.
You wouldn't understand how many directors. Even I met you when I just did that recent audition. That was my first time meeting you. I was giving a scene before that, so I was giving a script before the one that I read for.
Okay.
And when I was reading it, I wrote him like, do I gotta get naked? I'm like, is this a sex scene? Because the way homegirl was talking,
yeah.
The way homegirl was talking was real slick. And he was like, nah, we ain't. You ain't doing that. I'm like, I'm cool with saying the words. He's like, let me switch it for you, because baby, it ain't for the week.
I got casted for that, so that movie is gonna be crazy. That movie is gonna be. I can't wait. I'm a little nervous about that. It's gonna be spicy.
I'm coming to the premiere for that one for sure.
You might be in it. You never know. So I'm coming to the premiere. You might be in it.
Call me. I'll come do a couple lines.
Oh man.
No. Okay, you want to play a game?
Let's do it.
Because we play games on my show.
Oh man, playing roles, playing games.
That's what I need to. When I do actors, I'm the title playing roles.
Oh man, I got to.
I did a business episode. It was all in your business.
Okay.
So I just want you to act a little bit. I ain't acting though. I did come on like this. I ain't acting.
Okay.
But you're gonna be my boyfriend.
Okay.
And you cheated on me. But now you're trying to convince me to get back with you.
Okay. All right.
You good?
I'm good.
You nervous?
I don't get nervous.
All right. And action.
Look, I know what you're thinking, but I don't love her. I love you. It was a one-time thing, and I swear it shouldn't have happened. And honestly, it's the biggest regret of my life. Look, we got a family. We got a kid. I just want to make this work. So tell me what I got to do. Whatever I got to do, I do it. We can go to therapy. We can go to counseling. I just don't want to lose you. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit.
I
That's
don't
a
know,
little
y'all.
bit. That's
Should
a
I
little.
get back
just,
with him?
This,
Ooh, I don't know.
girl, act like you know something. Act like you know something.
Should I get back with him?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a little forgiveness.
Because
Little
it was
forgiveness.
giving very much my boyfriend who just cheated on me or something. Because I was about to be like, okay.
And I don't even cheat. So
Now
that's
I'm gullible. Okay. So talk to me a little bit. You say you do music.
Mm-hmm.
I brought you on here because I thought you was an actor. Then he came on here talking about he do music.
I do a little everything, yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that.
I just started doing music over the pandemic. So like my first project I dropped 2021. And I just at the time it was in the middle of the pandemic, so nobody was really filming too much right now. And we're all auditions, I would say. So I was like, man, I want to do something artistic, and everything that I went through in the last few years, I just want to put it, out there. And so I was like, I know a lot of artists. So I was like, I'm calling people like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And it just came together so smooth. And then I just kind of fell in love with it and just got better at it. Okay. And then, yeah.
So you dropping like a whole project?
I dropped two albums.
Oh.
In 2021, I dropped 2 albums.
I need to do my research.
I'm gonna say Lana.
Like I said, I definitely got you for acting.
Yeah, no, acting is my main
music,
thing.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, acting is my main thing. So so Lana's on there. Dave Hill, like it's
oh, you in this?
Yeah,
in this for the long run.
I wouldn't say it's something I want to do like long term. It's just something that I know I'm good at. And my pen is like I can write some stuff.
Because I definitely, when I told you, I clicked on the video and I'm like, okay, he's acting or doing the video. But
that was
when
me.
I saw your lips started moving, I'm like, nah.
That was me. I wrote
rapping.
I wrote that whole thing. I wrote the synopsis for how I wanted to. I came up with the video before I even wrote the song.
Okay.
So that's, I guess, how my mind works. Like it's like a movie. Like I see scripts. So I made the idea for the video and then I wrote the song around that. So
I'm scared of you.
Man, I'm just creative. Like I just love creating stuff.
Okay, I feel it.
So yeah.
I feel it. So who would you say your favorite actor is?
Man, my favorite actor, that's a tough one. My favorite actor probably Will Smith.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely Will Smith. He's so versatile.
Like, and that's how you just said you is. You can be serious, funny.
Be
so
serious, comedy, definitely.
He rap, like I can see that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that, but he do, but get jiggy with it. I wouldn't. When I think of Will Smith, I don't think of the rapping. Okay. Yeah, definitely an actor for sure.
Okay, so favorite movie.
My favorite movie. Oh man, it's not even a Will Smith movie. My favorite movie is probably Lottery Ticket. I know you probably never heard that before.
Yeah, I was supposed to say I never heard nobody.
Lottery Ticket is probably one of my favorite movies. It's just like, it's your comedy, your best friend comedy, like, you know what I'm saying? And I just like, man, I should have had that role. But I just really liked the movie. It was just like, it wasn't too serious, but it had me laughing. I liked it. Period. Yeah, that rooftop scene was classic. Yeah. Man, listen. I'm broke, nigga. Like that's my movie.
I do like that movie. I never would have said favorite movie, and I never heard nobody say that. But I definitely.
But you got ATL and all that too. I love those movies.
There's a lot out there. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Anything you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, man. I'm nominated for Detroit Choice Awards Best Actor in the City. So yeah, that will be, if I made top 3, we'll see. It'll be posted on April 1st. You gotta speak that into existence. Speak that into the universe. So yeah, definitely go vote for me. We got a lot of projects dropping. So definitely come check those out for sure.
Any advice for any actors? So I'm gonna even go with the music. Any artists? I'm gonna go with actors because we're gonna have you come back for some.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna have you come back to speak on the
please,
artists and
please
the music
do.
and
Please
stuff. So
do.
any advice for actors? Upcoming actors.
I would say study it. Study that craft. Never think you're too good to study it or you can't get better. Definitely study your craft. Audition. Never stop auditioning. I'm in a point right now where it's like I still audition because I want to. Like I love like sharpening those tools. But people be calling me for movies, so I don't have to audition as much anymore. But audition, because when you go to Hollywood and stuff like that, like they still auditioning.
They ain't just calling you in Hollywood.
Like
so
they
it's
may,
like,
but they're still auditioning, and you know what I'm saying. And auditioning is like a lost art. Like a lot of people don't know how to audition right. So I love doing that. So I would say those two, and stay consistent. Like
definitely.
don't give up. Just keep going, for sure.
And you a motivational speaker.
Man, I go. Listen, I'm about to be at these little middle schools. You know what I'm saying? Teaching these kids something
You
a
might
little
as
bit.
well be.
I would too, for sure.
Drama teacher. What?
I wouldn't be a drama teacher, nah. But heck no. I come talk to the kids though, but I ain't doing that.
Oh my
Nah.
goodness. Okay. Well, perfectly fine. Well, thank you for coming on my show.
Of course, finally.
I love making connections, y'all. So when I call you, because I need some one-on-one sessions, so you can teach me how to act.
I got you. Say
Don't
less.
be acting funny.
Say less. I got you. Say less.
Ignore my calls.
Nah, I ain't gonna do you like
Here
that.
she go again. Calling me again.
I ain't gonna do you like that. I got you.
All right, y'all. Well, I was about to send it to the next video, but don't go nowhere. I got one more guest.
Real talk with Relly B.